There's a town where the magic of old California still exists. A place of artists, surfers, dusty roads, empty golden sand beaches, boutique hotels, and Pacific sunsets that stop you in your tracks. Only this place isn't in California, it's in Baja. Todos Santos is a small town just an hour north of Cabo San Lucas. Here, desert mountains fall towards the Pacific, whales pass close to shore, and historic buildings, art galleries, wellness retreats, and organic farms create one of the most distinctive destinations in Mexico. The town has become one of the most sought-after lifestyle markets in Baja California Sur. But unlike the California beach towns it resembles, it has not fully matured yet. And that's an opportunity. In this video, I'll show you how Todos Santos became a bohemian luxury destination, what it costs to own here today, and why I believe this is one of the most captivating places to own real estate in Pacific Mexico today. I'm Ronan McMahon. For more than 20 years, I've been a full-time international real estate investor and scout. And Baja California Sur is one of the destinations I know best. I spend time every winter in Cabo. I've been investing there for more than a decade. And I own more real estate in Cabo than anywhere else. Whenever I'm in Los Cabos, I scout the surrounding region. Because when a market booms, the way Cabo has, when prices rise and luxury resorts, wealthy buyers, and global capital transform an entire coastline, I always ask, where will the opportunity go next? That question has taken me north along the Baja Peninsula, to places like La Paz and La Ventana on the Sea of Cortez, and to Los Cerritos and Todos Santos on the Pacific. I've scouted Todos Santos more times than I can recall. This is not a city, resort corridor, or master-planned luxury enclave. It's a real town set in one of the rare fertile pockets of Baja. Its history dates back to the 18th century, when Jesuit missionaries established a settlement here. For centuries, Todos Santos was shaped by farms, ranches, sugar mills, fishing, and old local families. Even today, with its red brick building and dusty streets, it can look like the set of an old western. The modern Todos Santos story begins in the 1970s and 80s, when artists from the US started arriving. They came for the light, the mission-era buildings, and the raw beauty of the desert meeting the Pacific. In time, the old buildings were restored, galleries opened, courtyards became cafes. Small hotels appeared behind thick walls and desert gardens. In 2006, Mexico named Todos Santos a Pueblo Mágico, our magical town, recognizing this rare mission-era oasis where history, architecture, art, agriculture, surf, and Pacific beauty coexist. Then came the next shift. Over the past 20 years, major highway improvements made Todos Santos far easier to reach from Los Cabos. Easy access brought more affluent buyers, and with them came boutique luxury, high-end wellness, farm-to-table dining, designer hotels, ocean view villas. The town made the pages of Vogue, Condé Nast, and Jet Setter. Celebrities started coming for weekends, yoga retreat, and beach vacations. And Todos Santos moved from quirky art town into one of Baja California Sur's most desirable destinations. In a moment, I'll show you what it costs to own here today, including some example listings. But first, here's why I believe this town is entering a new phase. Los Cabos has become one of the most important luxury markets in the Americas. It has 5-star resorts, marinas, world-class golf, fine dining, a major international airport with strong US connectivity. That success has changed the southern tip of Baja, but it has also created pressure. Cabo has become more expensive, more developed, more polished, and as that happened, a certain kind of buyer started looking for something different. Space, character, a sense of discovery. That's where Todos Santos comes in. It offers the Baja lifestyle with a completely different feel. You're still about an hour from Cabo San Lucas, with access to Los Cabos International Airport. You still have the dry climate, the dramatic landscape, and the Pacific coastline. But the experience is very different. Instead of resort corridors, you have low-rise historic town. Instead of mega hotels, there are boutique inns. Instead of beach clubs and marina nightlife, you have empty surf beaches, organic farms, art galleries, and yoga retreats. For the right buyer, that's not a compromise. It's the appeal. Today, Todos Santos is not a low-price market, but the wealthy folks coming here from California, Texas, Colorado, Arizona, and Canada understand what a similar lifestyle would cost in Southern California. And in that context, Todos Santos can still feel like value. So demand is rising, but the real estate here is naturally limited. Todos Santos is not a place where you can simply build endless towers. The town is small, the historic core is fixed. The best ocean view parcels are limited, with many already snapped up. And infrastructure constraints, like water supply, restrict mass development. That creates a powerful setup, a distinctive identity that cannot be replicated. Rising demand from affluent lifestyle buyers, and limited supply of the real estate those buyers actually want. That's why I'm watching Todos Santos closely now. Before I show you sample properties, take a second to subscribe to the channel. My team and I spend more than $1 million every year on travel and research looking for the best real estate opportunities in the world. And we bring you a place every week. Now, let's tackle the most common question I get about buying in Mexico. The most common question I get is simple. Can foreigners buy real estate here? The answer is yes. Foreigners can absolutely buy property in Mexico, including Todos Santos. But because this is coastal Mexico, there's an important legal structure to understand. Property owned within 50 kilometers, about 31 miles, of the coast must be held through a bank trust called fideicomiso. This system has been in place since the 1970s. Millions of Americans and Canadians own property in Mexico this way. The bank holds the title in trust, but you retain full ownership rights. You can sell, lease, renovate, or pass the property on to your heirs. I've bought this way many times. Done correctly, the process is safe, secure, and straightforward. As always, you want a good local attorney guiding you. Now, let me show you what it costs to own in Todos Santos today. Todos Santos is no longer an undiscovered market. Entry prices for condos or homes that require renovation are in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. Something spacious, modern, and well appointed, I'd budget $600,000 to $800,000. At the top end, for large, luxurious homes with ocean views, prices push quickly north of $1 million and can rise to $3 million, $5 million, and even $10 million. Here are some examples of properties on the market today. This 2-bed, 2-bath ground floor condo is in a small community in the heart of downtown Todos Santos. It spans just under 1,500 square feet and it's listed for $379,000. For something larger with ocean views, this 2-bed, 2-bath house is built in the traditional colonial style and is about 10 minutes from town. It has 2 independent levels across almost 4,000 square feet, meaning you could rent one level and live in the other. It's on the market for $749,000. Large villas are popular here to own and to rent. This 5,500 square foot ocean view property sits on a plot of almost half an acre. 4 beds, 4 baths, expansive private terraces, a solar heated pool, and a large palapa area. It's listed for $1.35 million. At the very top end of the market is this 14,000 square foot estate. 7 beds, 6 baths, a large pool, and a rooftop lounge with 360-degree views of the ocean and landscape. Priced at $9.9 million. So the spread is wide, but the pattern is clear. Todos Santos is no longer early. The wealthy are already here, and the best properties, those with views, design, privacy, and proximity to town or beach, are increasingly priced like a scarce lifestyle asset. For more details on how to buy real estate in Todos Santos, whether for lifestyle, investment, or both, check the link below for a free copy of my Real Estate Buyer's Guide to Mexico. Now let's dig into the rental potential of property in Todos Santos. Todos Santos is not a mass market tourism rental market. You don't buy a nice condo here, hand the keys to a manager and expect the same rental machine you might find in Cabo. Renters coming here are looking for an experience. So the properties that do best tend to have a clear hook, colonial architecture, indoor-outdoor living, a beautiful courtyard, easy access to town, restaurants, galleries, the beach or surf. The rental market here is seasonal. seasonal. The strongest rental window typically runs from November through April, when North Americans arrive for warm, dry weather, winter sun and surf. Those shoulder months can still perform. You have weekenders from Cabo, weddings, retreats, digital nomads and domestic travelers. For a well-located two-bed condo in the historic core or a distinctive home a short drive from town, I'd expect high single-digit to low double-digit gross yields. Larger villas can command high nightly rates, especially 4-bed plus homes with pools, views and strong design. But villas are also more brand sensitive. Reviews and photos are hugely important. So are service and management. You need someone on the ground who can handle cleaning, maintenance, concierge requests, and all the small details that separate a premium rental from an ordinary one. So Todos Santos can work as a rental market, but the property has to match the town. Boutique, experiential, and well managed. Todos Santos is one of my favorite places to spend time. I travel the world scouting real estate, and this is where I chose to spend my 50th birthday. That's how highly I rate the lifestyle here. For lifestyle buyers, Todos Santos offers what coastal markets so often lose as they mature: character, scarcity, and a sense of authenticity. For real estate investors, it offers something just as important: rising demand from affluent buyers, limited supply of the right kind of property, and a market that still feels like value compared with the coastal California towns it resembles. This is not a place to buy blindly. The best opportunities here are specific, boutique, design-led, well-located, and suited to the kind of buyer or renter who comes to Todos Santos for something more authentic than a standard beach vacation. But bought well, the right property here can be a very compelling investment, because Todos Santos has crossed an important threshold. It is no longer just a quirky arts town. It's now one of Baja California Sur's most captivating lifestyle markets. The magic of old California still lives. You just have to go south to Baja to find it. I'll be watching Todos Santos closely as this area develops, but be sure you're subscribed so you can keep watching with me. I'll see you next time.